What's cracking YouTube? Welcome back to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. Today's predictions will be for Friday, 14th, 2025. I got a 6-game slate. Then I'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. I'll talk about the total, and I'll give you my predictions. All right, let's get to it. But before we start, we got to talk about it, baby. We got to talk about it. Yes, sir, I hit 100% on my straight bets. Let's go. 100%. I'll take the cha-ching, baby, to get that money. But unfortunately, for my over and under, I did not hit 100%. I missed three. I missed 3 out of like 7, I think. Or no, I got 7 right and 3 wrong. So I think I did like 10, and I ended up getting 7 right. So look at all that green. There's a lot of green right there. I ain't even tripping about 3. But would have been cool if I got 100. Who screwed me over? FCSB, they screwed me over. They didn't even get a goal going. I was like, no way. Can't believe that one. Who else screwed me over? Or Galaxy, I put under 3. It just happened to go over. So, who else? There was one more. Victoria Pleasant. All they had to do was score a goal. So, and it was kind of tough, but I mean, they've done it before a lot of times. So, whatever. The fact that they didn't, it's not a big deal. They were not at home. So, but my Chivas hit under 4.5, I think. And then Tigres under 3.5. Pumas under 3.5. Who else? Tweety over 2.5, or not, my bad, over 1.5. Who else? Ajax under 3. Who else hit? Real Sociedad over 1.5. So yeah, we got a lot of those. Let's go. So let's see if we can do better today. Although there's not that many games, but some of these games they don't look all that interesting, to be honest with you. Well, at least as far as a straight win, but there's probably like 1 or 2 that I'm gonna probably do, but you can't force a bet. Number 1 rule is you can't force a bet. If it's not there, it doesn't look good, don't do it. But anyway, let's get straight to it before we start talking more than we already are. All right, first on the list, we have Brighton versus Chelsea for the English Premier League. Injuries. Brighton have 6 injured players and 2 questionable. Chelsea with 7 injured players. The total is sitting at 3, and team total is sitting at 1.5 for both teams. As far as these 2 teams going head-to-head, Brighton have only been able to beat Chelsea 1 in their last 5 head-to-head. Yeah, and that was the most recent one, which was in February 8th. They ended up getting a dub, 2-1. They were at home, so this time they are at home as well. Forgot to put here, but yeah, they are at home too. So, they could get the dub. They did it before, most recent. So, but that's too risky. I personally think Chelsea is going to win this one. Brighton in their last 5 games, they're sitting with 3 dubs and 2 L's. As far as Chelsea, they only got 2 wins, 2 L's, and 1 draw. So yeah, Brighton's most recent game they won, which was versus Chelsea. And then Chelsea's, well, the picture. But the one before that, Chelsea ended up getting a dub versus West Ham. So, yeah, this one's going to be pretty interesting. As far as the total is sitting at 3, between these two teams, they've covered over 3. They've covered it 2 out of 5 times. So probably under 3. Check this out. So the first or the 5th game, not the most recent, but the 5th one before this one, it was under 3. Then the one before that, or the one after that, was over 3. Then the one after that was under 3. Then the one after that was over 3, then under 3. So there's like a little pattern going on right here. Under 3, over 3, under 3, over 3, under 3. Could they go over 3? I low-key want to do that just to see if they do go over. Just to, I don't do it. Don't do what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna do it just because I see a pattern and I'm just curious. So I might do it. Most likely I'm gonna do it. But okay, as far as that 1.5 for both of these two teams, let's see if we can get something better here. It seems like that 1.5 over for Brighton, they've hit this 3 out of 5. Chelsea, they've hit this over 3 out of 5. So they're both of them are over 1.5, 3 out of 5. Oh boy. Let's see the most recent 5 games from Chelsea. Let's see if they covered this 1.5. They covered this 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Brighton, they've covered this 1.5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're saying. Yeah. The options are crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over 3 on this one, or maybe under. Yeah. Well, they've only gone over 2 out of 5 times, and under they've done 3. And this under actually happened the most recent. So I don't know. I think the best option here would probably be under 3, but. Okay, let's see. Brighton at home. At home, this 0.5, they've covered this 1 time. Yeah, at home, they've only covered this 1 time, at 0.5, in the last 5 games. And in the last 5 head-to-head. So, Chelsea on the road. Let's check Chelsea on the road. Chelsea on the road, they've covered this once between these two teams. And on the road, their last 5 games, they did not cover this. So, yeah, it's too risky. It's too risky. It's up to you guys what you guys want to do. I'm not touching this. Okay, on to the next game. We're taking too long and not get something positive from here. It's literally a 50-50 here. Okay, Girona versus Getafe. This is for La Liga, guys. So, injuries. Girona, only 1 questionable, not a real injury. Getafe, 0 injuries. Girona are at home. And the last time they played at home versus Getafe, they won. Twice. Yeah. Getafe at home, they do win. But the most recent game between these two teams, which was last year, Girona did win 1-0. Girona's last 5 games, they've only gotten 1 dub and 4 L's. Getafe, on the other hand, they got 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 L. Their most recent from both of these two teams. The most recent from Getafe was a dub. They played against Alaves and they beat them 1-0. Now, as far as Girona, they took an L, the most recent, versus Athletic Club 3-0. So, the total sitting at 2. Between these two teams, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. The 2 most recent, they did not cover that. Getafe sitting at 0.5, and Girona sitting at 1.5. Girona, that 1.5, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. The 2 most recent games, they did not. As far as Getafe, that 0.5, they've covered this. They've covered this 3. Yeah, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times. As far as their most recent games, they've only covered this 3 times. Girona, on the other hand, that 1.5, their 5 most recent, they've only covered this twice. I'm gonna go with Girona on this one, just because at home versus this team, it seems like they score. Not only do they win, they score more than 1.5. So, either that or give me the over on 2. I feel like this would be like a 2-1 situation, or maybe 3-1. So, I mean, I guess Getafe at 0.5, but that's too risky for me. I think the best idea would be Girona or total points over 2. Yeah. Putting down on my notes, guys. Putting down on my notes. Okay, on to the next game. This is for Bundesliga. We have Augsburg versus RB Leipzig. Injuries. Augsburg have 4 injured players and 2 questionable. Leipzig, they got 3 injured players, 1 player with the red card, and 2 questionable. The last 5 times these two have gone head-to-head, Augsburg have not been able to beat Leipzig. So, Augsburg is at home, and at home, the 2 most recent games they've played, Augsburg at home versus this team, Leipzig, they've tied. Yeah, they've tied. So, and they, as far as the last 5 times these two went head to head, they got 2 draws and Leipzig 3 wins. Their most recent game, Leipzig did win 4-0. But like I said, Augsburg is at home, and the 2 most recent times they've played Augsburg at home, they've tied. So I kind of want to go with the tie because it seems like, that's what the stats show you. But I have a feeling Leipzig is going to win this one. I don't know why. I just have a feeling Leipzig is going to win this one. So, the last 5 games from Augsburg, they got 2 wins, 1 L, and 2 draws. 2 draws, 1 L, and 2 wins. Their most recent game was a draw. As far as Leipzig, they got 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 L. Damn, these 2 teams are basically sitting at the same spot. As far as their most 5 recent. But Leipzig, their most recent game, they did win though, 2-0. And that was for the Bundesliga. So give me Leipzig on this one. And as far as the points, the total sitting at 2.5. It seems like they've covered this 5 out of 5. Yeah, they've covered this. When these two teams go head to head, they've covered this 5 out of 5. So give me over 2.5 for sure. As far as a win here, I'm gonna say Leipzig. Yeah. Okay, on to the next game. We have Orlando, and this is a club friendly. So, but it is for the MLS. Two teams are from MLS. Um, but as of right now, they don't have it in the betting app. At least the one that I use, they don't have it there. So I can't give you guys a total wise, but the last time that these two teams went head to head, it was a draw. And the one before that, Inter Miami ended up winning 5-0. Then another draw. Then Inter Miami won 3-1. Sorry. So basically, Orlando has been able to. They've only been able to beat Inter Miami once. Between their last 5 head to head. And this was back in May 2023. I don't know if Messi was there by there. I don't think Messi was there. I think Messi got there sometime in the beginning of or the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. Yeah, something like that. But nonetheless, Messi, I'm sure he's going to be there. I'm sure he's going to play. I don't know if he'll play the whole game, but if Messi and Suarez do play, then give me Inter Miami to win straight up. Like I said, as far as goals, as far as the total points, they don't have it on the app, but I feel like it will go over 3. If it's at 3, I might put over 3 just because they covered this 3 out of 5 times. And maybe because it's a club friendly, they'll be messing around and maybe they'll end up making more goals, but who knows? You know, club friendlies are always a hit and miss too. So, but these two teams haven't played in a fat minute, or at least Orlando City have not played in a while. I think this year they haven't played at all. They haven't played at all this year. Their last game was back in November 30th of last year. So I'm sure everybody's gonna come in like fully ready to score. Miami, on the other hand, they've played 4 times this year. So, and out of those 4 times, they've gotten 2 wins and 2 draws. Their most recent game was a win, 5-0. So, yeah, if you guys end up catching the points on your app, if it's at 3 or even if it's at 2.5 or 1.5, do over for sure. And as far as a win, Orlando are at home for this one, so let's see. Yeah, it seems like when they play at home, they tie. So maybe a tie, maybe it'll be like a 2-2 situation. You know, maybe 3-3. I don't know, but yeah, I see goals in that one. Yeah, either that or Inter Miami wins, but that it's a club friendly. Like I said, they're not gonna go all out, but I'm sure they're gonna go there and have fun and do score goals. So, okay, on to the next game. We have Serie A, Bologna versus Torino. Bologna are at home and they are the better team, so I'm gonna go with Bologna on this one, like straight out the bat. Injuries. Bologna have 3 injured players, 1 questionable. Torino have 7 injured players, or Torino, my bad. 7 injured players and 1 player with red card plus 1 questionable. Torino, as far as them beating Bologna, they've only been able to do this once. And the last time they did win, it was at home. They're not at home. They're on the road. On the road, it's a for sure L. So, yeah, give me Bologna. As far as the points, it's sitting at 2. They have only been able to go over 2 once, and this was back in 2022. Other than that, it doesn't go over 2. So give me under 2. I feel like Bologna might win this 1-2-0 or 1-0. Torino, I don't think they're gonna score, to be honest with you. They're sitting at 0.5, but Torino have not made a goal in their last 3 head-to-head. So basically, last year they played twice and they could not score versus Bologna. So give me Bologna to win and under 2 goals. Yeah, Bologna is sitting at 1.5 as far as their total team points. They've covered this 3 out of 5 times. The most recent head-to-head between Torino, they did cover this 1.5. But, like I said, this might be a 1-0 situation. But who knows? Just because the last 5 games from Bologna, they've only been able to cover this 1.5 once. So, it seems like they do have a good defense. They've only allowed 1 goal 2 out of their last 5 games. So it seems like they have a good defense and they don't allow that many goals. As far as Torino, though, they do allow a goal per game. They've allowed at least 1 goal 4 out of 5 times to their opponents. So yeah, give me Bologna to win straight up, or give me total points over 1.5 for Bologna. Okay, on to the last video of the. I apologize. I meant to say the last game of the video. Yeah. Anyways, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Put it down in the comments. Let me know who you think is going to win. Happy Valentine's for out there. Anybody that don't have Valentine's, happy Valentine's. I hope, and if you do have somebody, then, I hope you guys, spend time with them, take them out, make them feel special. Girls, if there's any girls watching this, happy Valentine's. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. I can be your Valentine's over the video. But yeah, guys, yeah, have a good time. Have a good time for Valentine's. And if you don't have one, then you can still have a good time. Okay, on to the last game of the video. Let's do this. This is for the French League Uno. We have Brest versus AJ Oxley. As far as injuries, Brest have 2 injured players and 1 questionable. They are at home though, and usually at home they're pretty good. They do beat AJ. So, yeah. So, at home, the last 2 times they played versus this team at home, Brest was able to win. As far as these 2 going head to head, the last 5 games, Brest have 3 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss. So AJ has only been able to beat them once, and they beat them at home, but they're not at home this time, right? So give me Brest to win this one for sure. As far as I don't know if I mentioned injuries. I think I did mention the Brest. I don't know if I mentioned injuries for AJ. AJ, injuries wise, they have 2 injured players, 1 playing with the red card and 2 questionable. Total sitting at 2.5. 2.5, they've only covered this once out of the last 5 games. Or out of the last 5 head-to-head between these two. So, I don't know how I feel about going over 2.5. Seems that they've only covered this once. And this was their most recent. They covered it. But this was last year. So, maybe a, yeah, I don't see AJ scoring a goal on this one. It seems like 3 out of their last 5 games, they did not score a goal. So that's too difficult. I'm gonna go with Breeze to win straight up. But as far as points, I'm gonna probably have to go with Breeze over 1.5. Seems like they've covered this 3 out of their last 5 games. The most recent they did not. AJ, on the other hand, they've covered the 0.5. They've covered this 3 out of the last 5. The most recent they did cover. So I don't know. This was a tricky one. Just because the most recent game between these two teams, AJ did win, but they were at home and they were obviously able to cover that 0.5, but they're not at home. So this is a tough one. I'm going to have to go with under total points, 2.5. Yeah, I'm going to go with under. And as far as a win, give me Breeze to win. All right, guys. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys win some money off of the information I give you. Most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So give me that thumbs up. Give me that subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next video. Deuces.